We are at the Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama for the 9th race of Season 1 of the SCRL CatDog Pro Series East. The 99 car of Rodney Croach will be leading us to the green flag. Starting beside him is the 47 of Tim Randolph. Rest of the starting lineup for today's race. All 36 drivers are here today. Yes. Talladega. You see, this is a fictional track, well, on the schedule that the East does not ever race at, so we are breaking with tradition by going to different tracks, like we went to Road Atlanta and Richmond and Arlington. So this is the second ever Super Speedway event here in the East Series history. We ran at Daytona earlier in the season, where Sammy Sabri Jr. won in his first career start. Who will win here today at Talladega? 19 laps is the scheduled distance. Of course, it could change if we have green-white checkers, which we've never had multiple green-white checkers. So we all know Talladega is known as the Great Equalizer. Anybody can win here at Talladega. It can be a veteran, or it could be a rookie scoring their first win. Simon Fox has been on a roll the past few races. He will be starting in the 16th spot. He is the only driver this season so far who has won twice. Looking for number 3 here at Talladega. And without any further ado, here's the command for the 9th time here in Season 1.
Drivers, start your engines!
We are using the old Talladega, where it was just recently repaved, because this track seems to be better on that version than the newer ones, because for whatever reasons, the newer versions, the AI doesn't act right. At least to me, it doesn't. A great crowd here today here at Talladega. Of course, the SCRL Last Car Championship is still up for grabs after 9 events. Luke Rainey has the most last place finishes with 2. So Luke Rainey is trying to not finish last. And we got a car that is having problems. That is the 22 of Cam Nixie. Not good for Cam. So he will head to pit road. Hopefully that team can get that car fixed, or the tire, or whatever it is, and get him back out on the track. Of course, at Daytona, we had a caution-free race. So caution-free races are something to think about. So Cam might not be able to get his lap back if he goes 1 lap down. We are back to racing. I had to take a little break. It wasn't my decision to take a break, but I had to. And we are back. Of course, I'm recording this after I've already recorded several few races before, so I couldn't upload them. And this should go up after Halloween, so I might have a video on Halloween depending on certain things. Pace car pulls in, pull them belts tight. We are racing 19 laps here at the legendary Talladega Superspeedway. Cam Nixie will pull in to pit road. Rodney Croach in the number 99 Toyota gets the green. We are racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. Croach puts the hammer down. Tim Randolph actually beat him to the line. Not a good start for Croach. As we head off towards turn number 1, into turn number 2. Still side by side for the race lead. Remember, in this league, we race back to the line if there's a caution. So we don't do like NASCAR does now, where we freeze the field. That might be in later series and seasons, but it won't be for this one. Rodney Croach getting a push from the 96 of Diego Yepes. And Croach will pull ahead. 3 wide back there. Rodney blocks the middle lane before going down and blocks the low lane. And it'll be Rodney Croach leading the first ever laps here at Talladega Superspeedway. 1 down, 18 to go. 3 wide for second. And here comes the 96 Diego Yepes for the lead. 3 wide still for position. Battle for the lead. Here comes Diego Yepes. Whoa, there's a wreck. 73. And no caution. Wow. Oh. Oh my God. Now there's a caution. It's the big one. Yep. We are racing it back. 97, Joshua Rush will lead him to the caution flag. There it is. And it took 2 laps before the big one struck here at Talladega. Well, as the field catches back up, we'll take a look at the first caution of the day. So here's the original cause. Well, this should have been a caution, but James Stabilito racing with the 18 car of, I don't even know, Marcus Sanchi. Contact between the 73 and the 18. Right there. Right here where you see the arrow. And Stabilito gets spun out. And for whatever reason, I guess because his car was below the yellow line, a no caution will fly. So Stabilito goes for a spin. So that should have been the caution, but yeah. 18 Marcus Sanchi trying to get back up onto the track as well as the 37 Gatlin Downey. They're not slowing down. They're going 180 miles an hour. And they lose traction and slide up the track right in front of Luke Rainey. The 08 got damaged. The 32 to 71. The 30. And then they all just start filing in. 62, nowhere to go. Damage right there. 32, 14, 9, 0, 8, 20, 0, 2. And here comes James Stabilito. He survived the first spin. But I believe he did not survive this one. Because he tries to slam on the brakes and bam! Right into Gatlin Downey. Now you move further up ahead. I believe we had another incident with the 4. Brian Fox. Let's see. Yep. Fox just gets clipped by the 86 Max Anderson, and then they all just start spinning out in front. The 8 got damaged. 07, the 7. They slide up the track. And the 8's going to impact a turn 4 wall. Pretty decent impact right there. And of course, since this is a super speedway, these cars will slide down the track right in front of this group of cars. 63 will get involved. Luke Rainey got involved again. I wouldn't really say that was a big one, but it did involve a lot of cars, so I'd say kinda, yeah, this was the big one. But we've seen much bigger here in the SCRL. Well, the red flag is out due to Gatlin Downey being upside down in turn 3 and 4. We'll clean this mess up, and once we do, we'll take you back to the yellow, and then we will restart this race. We are half a lap away from restarting this race. That wreck was, in fact, the big one. We knocked out a lot of drivers, and look who is last place. The number 2 car of Sebastian Torres. So Sebastian Torres will be our last car finisher for this race. I was going to say award, but there's still a long way to go in the season for the champion to be determined. Look at this. The 22 of Cam Nixie, remember, he went to pit road during the pace lap. He was half a lap away from being lapped, and he avoided the crash. So he is now 23rd. So Cam is trying to rebound. 97 car, Joshua Rush is our race leader. Second is Rodney Croach. Third, Tim Randolph. Fourth, Sammy Sabri Jr. Fifth, Diego Yepes. Sixth, Rodriguez Zaptos. Seventh, Joe Jefferson. Eighth, Jay Jefferson. Ninth, Cole Nixie. And 10th is Simon Fox. So that wreck was a big one. It did not involve half the field, so 18 and 18 has 36. So we still got more than half of the field still in this race. Some cars have damage, so it'll be interesting to see how many cars stay, with the group. Pace car pulls in, pull them belts tight. We are going to restart this race here at Talladega. Joshua Rush is our race leader. And there's the green. You cannot pass before you get to the line. Some drivers pulling out just to get a run. Rodney Croach trying to go to the high side, which is not normally a place where you pass unless you have help. And he does have help in the form of the 46 car who won at Daytona earlier in the season, but I don't believe that will push him to the front. In R2003 is basically a inside line race game, although you can pass on the outside. The computer guys don't really do that a lot. Here comes the 47, Tim Randolph. Trying to go for the race lead. Randolph finished dead last at South Boston earlier in the season, trying for yet another win. A very average, I hate to say it, but he's an average driver, just hasn't had the luck other drivers wanted or needed as he blocks the low lane. And Tim Randolph will gain 1 bonus point for leading the lap. So that'll help his championship hopes. Goes down to block the low lane once again. 3 wide for second. Now 2 wide is the 11 car, Joe Jefferson, and the 15 of Rodriguez Zapdos racing down the backstretch. You got Joe's brother Jay in the number 10 car right behind him, helping Rodriguez. You heard Jay let off the throttle a little bit, and Joe now pulls into second place. Joe is winless this season, trying to join his brother in the win column as he dives under Tim Randolph. And it looks like Joe will gain 1 bonus point for leading a lap. Yes, he will. You never know when those bonus points might help towards your championship. Joshua Rush trying to reclaim the race lead, but just could not get around that Toyota. We got some cars trailing. And you see Cam Nixie right there working with the number 4, Brian Fox. Those 2 cars in front of him were involved in the first caution, so Cam is just trying to survive. Get as much help as he can. As Joe Jefferson has pulled away a little bit from this group. It is not really a smart thing to do because they'll catch him eventually if they stay single file. Joe Jefferson goes down the block, just to be sure, and Joe will lead yet another lap here at Talladega. 9 laps have been completed. Here comes the 97, Joshua Rush. His brother Ryan was taken out in the crash earlier in the race, so we only have one Rush family member in this race, as Jay is helping Joshua, and Joe is being helped by Tim Randolph, so the family members are not hooked together. Well, at least Joe and Jay aren't. Joshua reclaims the race lead thanks to Jay, but Jay is about to be passed by Diego Yepes. Battle to the line. That would have been the 97 if that was the last lap. You got the 7 car coming out of pit road. Evan Hunter. Not a good day for that 17. They was involved in the earlier caution. As the 97, Joshua Rush maintains his race lead. But Joe, look at Joe. He's getting a run on the high side. But here comes Jay. Jay Jefferson, who scored a win earlier in the season at Nazareth. Not enough power to keep it 3 wide. And Joe is still fighting hard on the outside, which is very uncharacteristic. They normally just pass on the inside, but he's trying to pass on the outside. 11 laps completed. Eight laps to go for these drivers. Joshua Rush continues to hold the race lead in his Chevrolet. Let's see who has the fastest lap. That would be the 70 car. And the 70 is right there. Zapdos Amuletos. So we're getting some pretty good speed out of these drivers. Oh, I believe we had a car blowing up. We do. That's the 63, Zachary Fitzwater, who was involved in the earlier accident. So Fitzwater is the next driver that bites the dust here at Talladega. Joe Jefferson has reclaimed his race lead. He actually was in a tie with Joshua Rush that lap. And there you see it. Got the two brothers now, 1-2, Joe and Jay. Will Jay help his brother Joe, or will he go for his own win? Will this be like a DEI thing where Jay protects Joe? Remember, there are no team orders here in this league. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't pass below yellow. And here comes Diego Yepes. He doesn't want these two brothers 1-2 for long. And Joe leads another lap. We are not catching lap traffic, so we are good for now. Listen to the speed. That's so awesome. Here comes the 96. Excuse me, 97, Joshua Rush. He has been on fire this race. Tim Randolph trying to help the 97. But not for long. Here comes Tim Randolph on the low lane, trying to get a run from Jay. At the line, it would have been the 47 if that was the last lap. We have 5 laps to go. Tim Randolph is our race leader. Joshua Rush back to second. Jay Jefferson trying to go for second in his number 10 Toyota. Laps are winding down. Who will be the first ever winner in East competition to win at Talladega? Tim Randolph trying to rebound from a average season where he finished dead last at South Boston. Trying to get that first East Series win. Joshua Rush, the 97, looking for his first ever career win in the SCRL. About Jay Jefferson trying to join Simon Fox with most wins of the season with 2. Jay with a run on the outside. Look at the run 10 has. You see, that's a rare thing right there where a driver passes on the outside. And Jay used that power in his Toyota to pass him. And Jay's going to try to go for the lead. Randolph tried to block, but it was just too late. Check to see if we got any lap traffic. Nope. Wait, they're in turn 2. And they're in the travel. No, we're not going to catch them, I don't think. Jay Jefferson will lead that lap. Gain 1 bonus point. Here comes the 97. Being pushed by the 98. So Chris Kyle has moved his way up into the top 5 for the first time here today at Talladega. Joshua Rush will get 2 laps to go this time. If at this point a caution comes out, we will go green, white, checkered. Chris Kyle going for the lead. Chris Kyle being pushed by Joe Jefferson. Turn 3 and 4. Heading toward the tri-oval. 3 wide back there, but they're all right. Into the tri-oval. It's going to be a drag race. That would have been the 98, I believe. Nope, 97 got that. 2 laps to go. Joshua Rush with a run on the outside. Chris Kyle with a run on the inside. Chevy against Chevy. No one make a mistake right now. Chris Kyle being pushed by the 43 of Al Legacy. Joshua Rush being pushed by the 11 of Joe Jefferson. Into turn 3. We just got to go through this last turn and tri-oval, and this race will be official. Chris Kyle for run. Al Legacy trying to make it 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead as we head to the white flag. Joshua Rush has the race lead, being pushed by Joe. White flag, 1 lap to go. Who's going to make it back? Joshua Rush a run on the outside. Look at the run he's got. Being pushed by Chris Kyle. Joshua blocks the low. Now the middle. Lap traffic is in front of them. Does anybody have anything for the 97? Chris Kyle trying everything he can. Into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. When do you make your move? Into the tri-oval. Here comes Al. Here comes Kyle, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It'll be Joshua Rush. He will score his first win of the season here at Talladega. Wow, that was pretty intense. And Joshua Rush held off the challengers on the final few laps. Wow. Unfortunately, Brandon Kim decided to mess up on victory lane, so unfortunately, our first-time winner is not able to see himself in victory lane. So I apologize. It's just Brandon Kim messes up sometimes. I believe this is the first time this season. But anyway, Joshua Rush scores the closest win in series history. Chris Kyle finished 2nd. 3rd, Al Legacy. 4th, Joe Jefferson. 5th, Tim Randolph. 6th, Sammy Sabri Jr. 7th, Diego Yepes. 8th, Jay Jefferson. 9th, Rodriguez Zapdos. And 10th was Cole Nixie. 11th is Zapdos Amarillos. 12th, Rodney Croach. 13th, Simon Fox. 14th, Marcos Alejandros. 15th, Marcus Sanchi. 16th, Toby Fox. 17th, Cam Nixie. 18th, Brian Fox. 19th, Maria Valvarez. And 20th is Alexander Rowe. 21st, Nick Kennedy was the last driver on the lead lap. And 22nd was Evan Hunter, 1 lap down due to being involved in the wreck earlier in the race and making a late pit stop. So Evan Hunter was the last car who finished the race. Zachary Fitzwater, who we saw go into pit road smoking, had a broken valve. So he was the only driver out of the race not out due to the wreck. 24th, Ryan Rush on down were all out due to the wreck, the big wreck that we had. So 24th, Ryan Rush. 25th, Yang Carnelli. 26th, Max Anderson. 27th, James Stabilito. 28th, Gatlin Downey. 29th, Luke Rainey. And 30th is Hans Device. 31st, Kevin McHugh. 32nd, Eli Bright. 33rd, Kyle Hunter. 34th, Jack Legacy. 35th, Gusto Archoa. And last is Sebastian Torres, who will be the last car winner for this race. Not a award you want, but nonetheless, it's an award. Well, we will take you to your point standings. Here are your point standings at the 9th race of the season at Talladega. Sammy Sabri Jr. continues to hold the point lead. He has a 19-point lead over Chris Kyle. 3rd is Marcos Alejandros, 20 points behind. 4th, Toby Fox, 23 points behind. And 5th is Al Legacy, 33 points behind. 6th is Simon Fox. 7th is Jack Legacy. 8th, Joe Jefferson. 9th, Yang Carnelli. And 10th is Cam Nixie. 11th is Alexander Rowe. 12th, Marcus Sanchi. 13th, Joshua Rush, who won at Talladega for his first career SCRL sanctioned win. 14th, Nick Kennedy. 15th, Cole Nixie. 16th, Maria Valvarez. 17th, Tim Randolph. 18th, Hans Device. 19th, Zachary Fitzwater. And 20th is Rodney Croach. 21st, Jay Jefferson. 22nd, Gatlin Downey. 23rd, Max Anderson. 24th, Zapdos Amarillos. 25th, Rodriguez Zapdos. 26th, Brian Fox. 27th, Kevin McHugh. 28th, Evan Hunter. 29th, James Stabilito. And 30th is Eli Bright. 31st, Diego Yepes. 32nd, Sebastian Torres. 33rd, Ryan Rush. 34th, Luke Rainey. 35th, Kyle Hunter. 36th, and last in points is Gusto Archoa. So that is your point standings after the 9th race of the season. We will next see you at the 10th race of the season, which will be the halfway mark here in the East Series, where we will race at our first ever road course event at the New Jersey Motorsports Park. Should be a interesting race, I believe, at this track. And until we see you then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.